Hey guys, and welcome to another part of the Stanley Parable. I have nothing else to say. Let's just jump right in. Is that a sign?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number
But an amazing job with those pressing buttons, which instructions came in and you press buttons, and he's all happy because, you know, I don't know, he's happy with his boring ass job, but one day it all stops.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah.
What could it mean?
What
Stanley
could it
decided to
mean?
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his
These
co-workers.
moves? Okay. What could it mean? It's so bright, so vivid. Double rainbow, double rainbow. It's so intense.
When Stanley came to a set
Oh.
of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, let's see. To get all the endings, I think I need to go to the left one. I've heard that there are indeed 6 endings or something to this game. Yeah, I'm not sure actually, but I'm gonna try finding them all. I believe I just gotta be here.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, the broom closet. Love it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Alright.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, so upstairs. Yep, this is most definitely upstairs. I believe I am correct in my sense of judgments and direction. Because, yeah.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Just can't do it, man.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
That's stupid.
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Yeah, it's stupid,
All
man.
because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
And then something occurred
Wait.
to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Enlightenment.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
That's true.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh, well, my feet.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever
Impossible.
he went?
Wait.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Wait a
Were
second.
they simply repeating?
Yeah. Wait.
No, Stanley said
Wait,
to
no,
himself,
no.
this is all
This is
too
new.
strange. This can't be real.
I think.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
This is not
he
new.
just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a
A
dream.
dream.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
That's true.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined
Oh my God.
himself soaring through space
Oh my God.
on a magical
I'm flying.
starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much
my
fun.
God.
And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
Jesus Christ.
And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
This is a good question, sir.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and
Inception.
wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
Oh.
How could it be?
But
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
I don't know, man.
Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, He knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream.
Yeah.
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
Yeah, voice.
This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control.
Oh.
That this was a dream.
Alright, man.
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
That's more deeper than I thought. Nope. Nope.
Stanley began screaming.
Ah!
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just
Shit.
someone tell me
It's
I'm
all red.
real. I must
I'm
be
real. I
real.
must be real. I
Can
have
anyone hear my voice? Who am I?
Oh my
Who am
god.
I? And everything went black.
Fuck. Wow. That's a...
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What? What? Why? What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of
Oh
work.
my.
But on this particular
Stanley.
day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Shit, so I was
And
crazy.
although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
That's
And in
racist.
that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
And just ran, but... That's a kind of a... It's kind of sad, actually. Much sadder than I
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
You know, I've noticed that these little like
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
these little beginning messages are actually changing every time, I think. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just gonna turn off these computers because I don't know. But I shall do it. Because I can. So what is this thing? Oh my god, what is this? Awaiting inputs. God, this thing is gonna... oh my god. But that's not the only problem, actually, when I think about it. What else do I do now? I've went to the two places where he actually gave me... Of course.
When Stanley came to a set of two
left,
open
my
doors,
bad.
he entered the door on his left.
Alright, so I know exactly what I'm gonna do. If you watched my first video, you would understand what I'm trying to do.
Yet there was not a single person here
I'm gonna speed through it. I'm sorry.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here. So he turned around, and coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Might be speeding in... I have a feeling that that is something more than just a random place. I guess not. Well. 2465, I think, right?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
No.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Love it.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Alright. What I think I have to do is actually, first of all, press this button. So if there are 6 endings, then I think I know what the 5th one is, but I don't know what the 6th is. I'll find that out somehow eventually, maybe in the last part. Well, actually no, hopefully not, because really, this game is amazing. What if all this was a dream? What if everything I thought of... Inception.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, ow, I remember one of them. Alright, I think I know what the last two
Stanley
endings
walked
are.
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Run away, Stanley! Run!
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh, bring it on. Bring it. Actually, should I do this one? I think I'll leave this one for the next one.
Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
What if I go back in?
Nope, still on board with death.
Alright, let me go out now. Okay. So, alright, so what I'm supposed to do now here is, well, you'll see. You'll find out. I'll go to that room later on. Maybe in the next
Lights
part.
rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Because...
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I heard rumors about a 7th ending. I'm not sure about it, but
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Fires.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Nothing at all. I wonder if this map actually has all these rooms.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yeah, if there were all these rooms in this game...
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
Never!
It was unthinkable.
Wasn't it?
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Wait, how many endings did I get now that I think about it? I got 2 in the first one, 1 in the second one. This is my 5th. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Alright.
But here was the proof,
these buttons
the heart
too.
of the operation.
I don't know.
Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Indeed.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Oh.
For he would dismantle the controls
once and for all.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Oh, misclick,
After
sorry.
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Sorry, man.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do.
There's lots.
You were supposed to let it go.
Nah, man.
Turn the controls off and leave.
Well, yeah,
if
I
you
could
want to
have.
throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better.
Oh, I
than
could do
that.
much better than that, bro.
I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent,
What?
Stanley suddenly realized he had just
What?
initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
What? Nah,
In the event that
man.
this
Dude,
machine
stop
is
joking.
activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2
Oh, shit.
This is making things a little
No,
more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere
Active.
moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me.
You have 3
where
attempts
we're
remaining.
going, what all this means.
For what?
I barely know where to start.
Huh?
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're
No,
obliterated.
I want to know how to survive,
All
actually.
right, I'm in a good mood.
Right,
You're
fine.
gonna die anyway.
Hey.
I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
Oh.
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Oh, yeah, wait, okay.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
Oh, you're horrible.
I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing.
What for?
Watching you try to make sense
shit,
of everything
okay.
and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
Oh,
But
shit.
I'm enjoying this so much.
Okay.
You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock.
Thank
why
you.
not? These are
Right.
precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
That's true. Well,
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley.
shit,
You're
you're
in
so
for quite a
evil.
disappointment.
Jesus.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's
Goodbye,
30 seconds you have
47?
left to struggle.
No.
30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
No, I
end
can't.
here, just you being blown to
Think.
pieces.
Think.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade
Where's
in
control?
until the moment I say,
Ah,
happily ever up.
fuck. I lost. I lost. I lost. That was the first ending of it. I don't even know if that I don't even know if I was supposed to
The
beat that.
meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just
So this
needed
does
to get
change,
to the
okay.
meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
I mean, I don't know. I actually had no idea how to beat that thing. Wait, I'm gonna stay around here for a moment. Honestly, I just didn't know. Was it supposed to die? Was that a thing that was supposed to happen? As if it was, I succeeded quite amazingly in death. This thing's not on again. Oh my god, these puzzles, For now, this is all I'm gonna record. It's possible that next time actually might not be the last. Yeah. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.